Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go. Out of this world, are you aliens? Out of this world, are you aliens? Man, the alien UFO disclosure will not go away, ladies and gentlemen. It is just sticking around because the human interest in the things of the spirit realm will not go away because we are spirit beings. And I want to start off with a clip from Tim Burchett talking about his feelings on the going into meetings and being told that the information about the UFOs and aliens is classified. It's on a need-to-know basis. Now, I'm going to say this. There was a clip that you just saw the little lady on the screen before Tim Burchett. She was getting ready to say that all the alien UFO disclosures are going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama. And that's because the United States Space and Strategic Defense Command Center is in Huntsville, Alabama. But for those of you people who follow me who live in Alabama, you know in Alabama, you've seen crazy, stupid stuff in the sky. I have seen crazy, stupid stuff in the sky when I lived in Alabama, when I lived in Huntsville. So there's clearly something going on. I'm going to keep on standing on what I said. It is our government, the United States of America's government, the highest level of clearances upon clearances upon clearances above the President of the United States' clearances that have made deals with interdimensional beings, fallen angels, or demons, whatever you want to call them, whatever floats your boat, to have advanced technology. And the technology that they have is far more advanced than anything that we've ever seen. It is off-world technology to take you off this planet, out of this world technology. Right now, we're at a place where they want to move us into a space where they can be talking about this off-world intergalactic technology. And so in order for this to happen, they have to disclose this information. And then there has to be a battle for disclosure. There has to be a fight for disclosure. I'm not willing to get my head knocked off my shoulders for none of this. I'm just going to tell y'all. I die for Jesus in the heartbeat. But I'm not dying for no damn alien. So I'm going to be careful what I say. But all I'm going to tell you is this. Yes, you're going to get some disclosure. You're probably still going to be a little bit disappointed with it. Because at the end of the day, all these people who are calling for the disclosure, they don't have a mechanism where they're going to stay in power. So I like Tim Burchett. I really do. I think Tim Burchett is a straight guy, straight shooter. But Tim Burchett ain't going to be in the government forever. And Tim Burchett doesn't have a system in place where his son, his brother, his sister, his uncle going to rise to power. Because those thrones are taken. So the people with the thrones above the president of the United States, they the ones that make this decision. And the one thing that's going to be disclosed out of all this is that there are thrones above the president of the United States.
You got to realize that you have an object out there in the ocean that hovers, above the ocean in the air, that hovers for, could be hours on end. We have nothing with that capability. You have to run out of fuel. And then when they take off, they just, maybe straight up, and the power to do that is something, the energy it'd take to fuel Los Angeles. I mean, it is that incredible. And I just don't see any reason why our government should be hiding it. And I don't like going into a meeting and an elected bureaucrat tells us that the president is on a need-to-know basis. To me, that should be very telling to America that there's a lot more going on with this behind the scenes than we're aware of. You got to realize that you have an object.
And you got to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. We're dealing with different generations. So Tim Burchett is probably of the boomer generation. Boomers didn't give a damn about nothing. So this is blowing their mind. They're like, it's out of this world. They got aliens. They got spaceships. Then you have many of those men who go in the power who claim to be Christians, and if they are, but they're cultural Christians, and they haven't really done the hardcore studying of the Bible to understand where this comes from. So in many cases, it's a good thing that they're seeing this. The problem is there's going to be a gag on their mouth where they can't tell you everything. You can see the gag, that's the invisible gag on his mouth as he's talking, as his eyes dart back and forth, trying to figure out what to say and how to say it. I love when people look at men in positions of influence and say, oh, he's lying because he's looking this way, he's looking that way. No, he's calculating what he can say and what he can't say. It's the most authentic thing there is. He's calculating what he can say so he don't get his head bust and rock like the 11 scientists that have gone missing. And the real question is, why would you murder 11 scientists? And why would you, more importantly than just murdering 11 scientists, why would it be so loud? Why would you make so much noise? Why would it draw so much attention? Who is sending a message to who? Who's fooling who? Take another look and tell me, baby, who's fooling who? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Why make all the noise? One scientist goes missing. Two scientists go missing. It gets to the point where the whole world realizes that U.S. scientists are going missing, and then they rock another one. Bust another one head. Who are they sending a message to? Who are they, James? They happen to be the people who have power above the office of President of the United States. What statement are they making? Who are they making a statement to? I'll tell you what I think they're saying. I think they're saying, hey, we're untouchable. And we're going to do this right in front of your face, and ain't a damn thing you could do about
it. Red disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal. Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama is the biggest fucking deal that you've never heard of. It's the biggest fucking deal that you have never heard of. And so we need
that's why you died.
To drop at the same time that establishes the credibility. Because the fact is that we have deep and wide, extensive credibility that no one knows about, because you're not supposed to know about it because it's in Alabama, it's obscure. You're not supposed to know about it. That's the point.
Yeah, that's why you dead. That's right. That right there is why you dead, girl. You look at them eyes right there. I'm not even sure that you human. Hold on. You might not even be a human. Hold on. What is that in your eyes? I'm sorry, guys. We need to analyze this clip, and I need to go back and we're gonna slow it down because there's something not right about them eyes. You ladies, all the ladies in the house saying, "Ow!" I want you to look at them eyes right there, guys. I want y'all to look. Something ain't right with them eyes. Yeah. You've been in them underground labs too long. You've been underground under that arsenal, doing some things you shouldn't be doing. Yeah. And now you're going to come out, you're going to start disclosing things? Talking about you're going to do it in a documentary? You think they weren't going to rock your head off your shoulders? Yeah. I think she might just be part human. Something not right with that. Hold on. Something not right. Something not right with that. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do it together. Now, normally I would pause this and I would do it on myself. I would do it on my own. Why did it end this way?
Disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal. Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama is the biggest fucking deal that you've never heard of.
I heard of it.
It's the biggest fucking deal that you have never
She on drugs.
Heard
That's
of.
what it is.
And so
she on
we
drugs.
need a documentary to
she on some of them damn designer drugs. Never mind. She ain't no damn alien. She on that drugs. She on damn drugs. Watch. Yeah. She on some of them designer drugs. She ain't no damn alien. False alien alert. False lizard woman alert. But she dead. She gone now. And I'm gonna tell you, she shouldn't have said none of that. Matter of fact, if you ever been to that place and you worked at that place, you signed a lot of paperwork. You ain't supposed to be talking about that woman. Talking about that's what a disclosure goes. You ain't supposed to talk about none of that. So you gave them the right to crack your skull wide open. Now, somebody else who ain't said nothing, then maybe all right. And they just decided they was going to murk you. But you signed paperwork to say they can crack your skull open. And more important than cracking your skull open, they could just put you in prison indefinitely. And I guarantee you some of the people that everybody said, oh, they went missing, they asses in prisons somewhere. They ain't got to be dead. They got a black bag put on their head and it was taken because they signed all that documentation to get them clearances. And then people said, now you violate this clearance, that's your behind. But I'm just going to tell you from my perspective, from what I know. Now, I could be wrong, but now this girl right here, she decides she's going to go to Area 51. Let me say something to you, ladies and gentlemen. As we get deeper and deeper into the UFO alien demon in disclosure, don't carry your behind at Area 51. Do not go to Area 51. They got kill on sight orders. They can kill you. It ain't no truth out there worth getting killed for. Except for the truth of Jesus Christ. That's the only thing that's going to lead the people to salvation. These damn UFOs ain't saving nobody. Although when the aliens come, they're going to tell you the aliens are here to save us. They're going to save humanity. That's the same damn thing they saying about the AI. The AI is going to help save humanity. Listen, man, don't go your behind the Area 51. And see, we got a new generation of youngsters that don't really know what other people did because they wasn't in the paranormal fields. They was babies. And so now they're going back and repeating the same mistakes that other people made. Ain't nothing there for you to go see any damn way.
Check it out, guys. I am here at Area 51 because at this point, Donald Trump is going to begin investigating as to why around 11 scientists have been missing or found dead who are linked to science projects, space projects, maybe UFOs, something. And so we're just here to
Girl, they got a rifle with a scope on your head right now. Yeah. They got a sniper got you in his scope right now. You around here playing, talking about you just here. You just here to do what? You just here to do what? To record a video? Would you go in the ocean and record a video about great white sharks? Well, you know sharks is in the water because Donald Trump said that, you know, they're going to do a study on great white sharks. No, you shouldn't. You done went to where the megalodon sharks is.
Talk to locals and find out what they know and maybe get some idea, some understanding as to what projects our government is working on. Behind me, you can see that it kind of looks like how I imagine the Manhattan Project used to look like. And they have around 3 checkpoints and you have to show a badge before you can even enter. And they have it blocked off with these barbed wires throughout the entire thing. And there's no photography allowed, no drones, nothing. And so
yeah, go jump that fence. Go on, jump that fence. Now there's been people who did it before. Go on, jump that fence. Go on, jump that fence. There've been people who did it. Go on, jump the fence. Let's see what happens. That's what I want, you know, since we got this young generation of researchers. Hey, listen. This is what I want y'all to do for me. Listen to Uncle James. 10 of y'all get together. Y'all gonna spread around the damn Area 51. And y'all all gonna try and go in individually. Over the fences, individually. That way they can't capture all y'all at the same time. And one of y'all gonna get some real footage. Now I want y'all to live stream this so we all can watch them bust you in your head for nothing. They're gonna bust your head wide open, man. They're gonna bust your head to the white meat, man. Here we are with the point I really wanted to get to. And I just want you to think for a second. I really want you to consider this, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Scientists have gone missing, right? And in 2025, it's been 6 of them that's gone missing. But since the president has said he wants to declassify this stuff, people have gotten their head bust. They done got either their head bust or they got picked up, one of the two. You know what I'm saying? Either they got their head bust, they got black bagged, or they got beamed up into an alien spaceship. Let's just say any one of those is a possibility. It's not really about them going missing, though. Honestly, it's really not about what message is them going missing sending and who they sending the message to. And that's the point I want you guys to understand. To me, it's not necessarily about the fact that they're going missing. I guarantee you there's more people That go to big eye girl right there. She went missing in 2022. You said, hold on.
Or both of those are working for NASA. But this is really one of the things, or both of those are working for NASA. But this is really one of the things that when we talk to former FBI special agents like James Galliano, you look at the number of potential connections, 8 in the last 2 years. And among them, you see William Neal McCaslin. He is an Air Force general that oversaw the Air Force lab that connects both the NASA Jet Propulsion Lab as well as the highly secretive work that they are doing in Los Alamos on a nuclear science, as well as McCaslin, by the way, also worked on secretive UAP or UFO technology in the past. He, of course, goes missing, doesn't take his phone or his glasses. So with this entire list of people, let's break down now, if we have that other wall, sort of where these people are working, right? So the NASA Jet Propulsion Labs are, as we mentioned, Michael David Hicks, Griemeyer, Maywald, and Monica Reza. Monica Reza, by the way, just goes hiking and disappears, vanishes. She was working on very highly classified things. She reported to General McCaslin. McCaslin, who oversees the Air Force Space Labs, connects NASA ultimately over to Los Alamos. And so when you talk about the number of connections that may or may not exist, and that's why the FBI and other agencies are digging in now to find it, you wonder what was any potential motive if there was a connection to these missing and deceased persons. Was it a foreign government? We saw so many individuals from China when Bill Maloogian and I were out in California and Arizona. These individuals are coming over. Were they possibly in any way trying to get our information? And they cross, by the way, in many places where this takes place.
Now that's wild that they gave you the connections and tried to give you what the conclusion was. That don't make no damn sense. So his logic is Chinese people crossed into America in places where all these incidents took place. So is it China? Because the Chinese people, Chinese nationalists or whatever, you remember they had all the Chinese military-age men coming to America. Oh, the Chinese military-age men came into the area where these people went missing, and so maybe it's China. No, it ain't no damn China. It's them people. It's the real people. It's them people that dictate the future of the nation. It's the people that make everything that Donald Trump's doing like swimming up the Mississippi River when it's raining up north. It's them people, man. Them people. Them people who got all kind of technology. And I'm just going to go further and I'm going to say this. I'm going to need y'all to hit the like button. I would appreciate it. I'm just going to go further and I'm going to say this. You see, all the stuff that people be talking about, Mandela effect, time travel, human genetic modification, all the stuff that everybody be talking about is real. The people who do all of it is the people who killing all these folk right here. The people who are in charge of it is the ones that's whacking these people right here. When you zoom all the way out and you look at everything that's been disclosed, and normally I would go to the whiteboard and pull up the whiteboard and show you it on the whiteboard. I ain't doing that because they're just not doing that because people ain't hitting the like button. I'm not about to spend an hour laying out all the circular connections because I can see them. When you zoom out and you look at it, and you look at the connections of all the things that's being disclosed, simultaneously all the things that's being attacked, all it's doing is mapping out their whole network and what they have had their fingers into. It's all being made public in little bitty small doses. If you pay close attention, you'll see it. UFOs, aliens, right? Genetic modification, which we just had come out just recently, talking about genetic modification of humans. Then it was food genetic modification, genetic modification of food, and fake foods in relates to cancer. Then you have vaccines and mRNA vaccines, which change the actual DNA. if you just look at all the things that it essentially ends up being, every attack that these people have launched is exposing their weapons, it exposed how deep their technology is or how advanced their technology is. Because every attack launched against humanity is launched from one of those platforms of their technology. But it's right in front of you. Right in front of everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm asking y'all to hit the like button. See if we can get some love from y'all. I appreciate it. But it's obvious to me. Or there's one more clip I wanted to show you. Here's the president. And I'm going to say this about the president. You think the deep state, like the regular deep state, like the Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George Soros deep state, was a threat to this man? When we start getting into the UFO disclosure, super advanced technology stuff, now he got a real threat. You know what I'm saying? Now he in real danger. This is not the regular deep state that he's really picking a fight with. This is the deep state. This is the state that's deeper than the regular state. This is the interdimensional state. This is the foundation of the deep state that he's contending with to get this information out here.
As you remember, I recently directed the Secretary of War. How good is Pete Hegseth doing, by the way? To begin releasing government files relating to UFOs and unexplained aerial phenomena. And I figured this was a good crowd because I know you people, you're really into that. I don't know if I am, but so I'm pleased to report today, I thought I'd save it for this crowd because you're a little bit out there, you know, a little bit, that this process is well underway and we found many very interesting documents, I must say. And the first releases will begin very, very soon. So you can go out and see if that phenomena is correct. You'll figure it out. Let me know. Let me know. But we've had a lot of questions. It's something that really captivates the mind. There's no question about it. With you, as you remember, I recently directed the Secretary.
You know, the most dangerous time for Donald was this. I was sitting there thinking, and I'm going to say this because I'm just a dude from New Orleans. I was sitting there thinking, you know, the president likes to roast everybody and use his Twitter and his Truth Social to hit people up. And unfortunately, all the people who got hit up don't really have a sense of personality. They take everything the man says and they get offended. But when you really look at Donald Trump and you look at his face and you look at him, Donald gonna mess around and roast the wrong person. He gonna mess around and hit the wrong individual. Like somebody he gonna hit the wrong person and they gonna tear him up. They're not gonna take offense to what he say. They're not gonna do nothing. They gonna light him up. Because man, that's all I'm gonna say. He gonna say the wrong thing to the wrong person. They gonna light him up. And it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be entertaining because he gonna go back and forth with that person. And then it's gonna be the end of it. But he gonna say the wrong thing to the wrong person. They're gonna light him up. And the person not gonna care about the office of president. The person gonna make it clear that he ain't trying to disrespect them. The person gonna be like man to man, blah, 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 blah. It's wild. Anyway. Because one of the huge problems we have is we got pearl clutchers that, and I get it because there's a generation of pearl clutchers that got trophies every 5 minutes when they did everything. They ain't never lost nothing because they was always allowed to feel like they could win. You know what I'm saying? You never got your butt whooped at a baseball game where the team beat you 33-0. Because when the team got up 12-0, the coaches be like, all right, man, it's good. You beat them 12-0. No, we played baseball where people tried to destroy you. You went home and you cried because you got beat 33-0. But guess what? The next time you came back, you stumped a mud hole in them. You stumped a mud hole in them because y'all disrespected me out here in these streets. You heard me? Anyway. Keep watching the waters, man. And hit the like button.